both in joy sublime. One self am I, with my Creator united by the love that honors you and I, and holds us both in joy sublime. One self am I, with my Creator united by the love that holds both you and I, and holds us both in joy sublime. One self am I, with my Creator united by the love that honors you and I, and holds us both in joy sublime. One self am I, with my Creator united by the love that honors you and I, and holds us both in joy sublime. Dear Divine Ones, welcome back to Miracle Mantras. I'm Kiran Jot. I'll read today's lesson for you, and then we'll sing this mantra together again so that you can carry it throughout your day, and I'll add a commentary at the end. This is lesson number 95. I am one self, united with my Creator. Today's idea accurately describes you as God created you. You are one within yourself and one with God. Yours is the unity of all creation. Your perfect unity makes change in you impossible. You do not accept this, and you fail to realize it must be so, only because you believe you have changed yourself already. You see yourself as a ridiculous parody on God's creation, weak, vicious, ugly, and sinful, miserable and beset with pain. Such is your version of yourself, a self divided into many warring parts, separate from God and tenuously held together by its erratic and capricious maker to which you pray. It does not hear your prayers, for it is deaf. It does not see the oneness in you, for it is blind. It does not understand you are the child of God, for it is senseless and understands nothing. We will attempt today to be aware only of what can hear and see and what makes perfect sense. We will again direct our exercises toward reaching your one self, which is united with its Creator. In patience and in hope, we try again today. The use of the first 5 minutes of every waking hour for practicing the idea for the day has a special advantage at this stage of learning in which you are at present. It is difficult at this point not to allow your mind to wander if it undertakes extended practice. You have surely realized this by now. You have seen the extent of your lack of mental discipline and of your need for mind training. It is necessary that you be aware of this, for it is indeed a hindrance to your advance. Frequent but shorter practice periods have other advantages for you at this time. In addition to recognizing your difficulties with sustained attention, you must also have noticed that unless you are reminded of your purpose frequently, you tend to forget about it for long periods of time. You often fail to remember the short application of the idea for the day, and you have not yet formed the habit of using the idea as an automatic response to temptation. Structure then is necessary for you at this time. Plan to include frequent reminders of your goal and regular attempts to reach it. Regularity in terms of time is not the ideal requirement for the most beneficial form of practice in salvation. It is advantageous, however, for those whose motivation is inconsistent and who remain heavily defended against learning. We will therefore keep to the 5 minutes an hour practice periods for a while and urge you to omit as few as possible. Using the first 5 minutes of the hour will be particularly helpful since it imposes firmer structure. Do not, however, use your lapses from this schedule as an excuse not to return to it again as soon as you can. There may well be a temptation to regard the day as lost because you have already failed to do what is required. This should, however, merely be recognized as what it is, a refusal to let your mistake be corrected and an unwillingness to try again. The Holy Spirit is not delayed in their teaching by your mistakes. They can be held back only by your unwillingness to let them go. Let us therefore be determined, particularly for the next week or so, to be willing to forgive ourselves for our lapses in diligence and our failures to follow the instructions for practicing the day's idea. This tolerance for weakness will enable us to overlook it rather than give it power to delay our learning. If we give it power to do this, we are regarding it as strength and are confusing strength with weakness. When you fail to comply with the requirements of this course, you have merely made a mistake. This calls for correction and for nothing else. To allow a mistake to continue is to make additional mistakes based on the first and reinforcing it. It is this process that must be laid aside, for it is but another way in which you would defend illusions against the truth. Let all these errors go by recognizing them for what they are. They are attempts to keep you unaware you are one self, united with your Creator, at one with every aspect of creation and limitless in power and in peace. This is the truth and nothing else is true. Today we will affirm this truth again and try to reach the place in you in which there is no doubt that only this is true. Begin the practice periods today with this assurance, offered to your mind with all the certainty that you can give. I am one self, united with my Creator, at one with every aspect of creation and limitless in power and in peace. Then close your eyes and tell yourself again, slowly and thoughtfully, attempting to allow the meaning of the words to sink into your mind, replacing false ideas. I am one self. Repeat this several times and then attempt to feel the meaning that the words convey. I am one self. I am one self. You are one self, united and secure in light and joy and peace. You are God's child, one self with one Creator and one goal, to bring awareness of this oneness to all minds, that true creation may extend the allness and the unity of God. You are one self, complete and healed and whole, with power to lift the veil of darkness from the world and let the light in you come through to teach the world the truth about yourself. You are one self in perfect harmony with all there is and all that there will be. You are one self, the holy child of God, united with your brothers and sisters in that self, united with your father, mother in their will, Feel this one self in you and let it shine away all your illusions and your doubts. This is yourself, the child of God, sinless as its creator, with strength within you and God's love forever yours. You are one self, and it is given you to feel the self within you and to cast all your illusions out of the one mind that is this self, the holy truth in you. Do not forget today. We need your help, your little part in bringing happiness to all the world. And heaven looks to you in confidence that you will try today. Share then its surety, for it is yours. Be vigilant. Do not forget today. Throughout the day, do not forget your goal. Repeat today's idea as frequently as possible. And understand each time you do so, someone hears the voice of hope, the stirring of the truth within their mind, the gentle rustling of the wings of peace. Your own acknowledgement, you are one self, united with God, is a call to all the world to be at one with you. To everyone you meet today, be sure to give the promise of today's idea and tell them this: you are one self with me, united with our Creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am and what God is, who loves us both as one. I am one self, united with my Creator. One self am I, with my Creator united by the love that honors you and I, and holds us both in joy sublime. One self am I, with my Creator united by the love that honors you and I, and holds us both in joy sublime. One self am I, with my Creator united by the love that honors you and I, and holds us both in joy sublime. One just starting again. Every time we forget, every time we forget, it's forgetting, and every time we then are tempted to admonish ourselves for the forgetfulness, and every time we're tempted to say, forget it, I'll just do it again tomorrow, or I'll just stop this because I'm no good at it. Every time we're tempted to have those thoughts, this lesson is explaining in just a gentle, kind way to just start again. And this is the practice that we bring with us to every lesson and to every experience that we have, because we will forget. And we will be tempted to give it all up, and the ego will tell us, it wasn't very good anyways, or we never got very far with it, it wasn't working. The ego will tell us all these things in order to undermine the changes and undermine the progress we have made and undermine the happiness we have found when we remembered our lessons and when we remembered who we are. So don't get tempted, don't get confused, don't let the ego talk its sweet and slithery tongue to you. Just come back with forgiveness, with kindness, with love, and with as little sense of punishment as possible, as little guilt. We are undoing this thought system of guilt. We are undoing that we're always telling ourselves we're not good enough. All it is, it's like correcting a child or a young puppy. We say, no, you can't chew on that. But we don't throw something at them. We don't yell at them. We don't hit them. We don't admonish them because we understand they're just learning. They don't know. And so we use all our patience, all our kindness, and we just say, no. Here, this is what we're doing. So can you find that beautiful patience and kindness that you have for the beloveds in your life, maybe the little ones in your life, maybe the creatures in your life? Can you find that same kindness and give it back to yourself? Because that is what is required here. As we practice, as we fall down, as we forget, as we watch that our minds are wandering off, as we see we don't have very much discipline in remembering every the first 5 minutes of the hour, as we watch this, we forgive ourselves. We kindly lead ourselves back to it and choose again. We kindly remind ourselves, I am one self. Thank you for being with me. I look forward to being with you again tomorrow.